financing when you go to buy a car. I'm going to tell you why in another video. Bye. Okay, so I'm about to talk about this real quick. I just made some notes. And I'm going to just go over them with y'all. Okay? So, this might be difficult to just read off here, so I'm going to explain it to you. All right. So, I made a short earlier about how I was going to come back and explain about why you should always bring your own financing whenever you go get a vehicle. Okay? So, this is my notes. All right? Now, this is based on years of experience that I've had with buying different vehicles, doing it the wrong way, and sometimes doing it the right way, not even being aware that I was doing it the right way, just, getting how I live. And I also have a friend, longtime friend, that is a car salesman, and I've taken notes from different people that I know that are in the industry of auto loans period, and the buying and selling of vehicles. Okay, so the reason why I thought that it would be important to make this for people, and this is the last updated date, but I've been working on this for a while, just trying to piece it together so that other people will understand what it took me years to find out and learn and grasp. Okay, so when you go to get your own car, and I'm gonna read this right off of here, this is actually gonna be included in an ebook that will be available soon, just so that you will always have a direct reference for this type of information. But for now, it's in this video. Okay, so auto financing, bring your own financing or use theirs. Of course, the answer is bring your own if you can. If you have a 650 plus credit score, really even a 620, but definitely oh, my thing about to die. Y'all disregard that. I'm about to plug this thing in. You see that? You can bring your own financing. If you have a 650 plus credit score, you most likely can, because think about it. If the dealership lenders are willing, why won't others? Your current financial institution, bank, or credit union is competing with the rest of them, and they value your business, so they will often have a lower interest rate than the dealership lenders, or you can negotiate because you already have leverage since you are their existing customer whose business they want to keep. Okay, so if I'm banking with wherever, Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Bank of Ozark, any of these banks, Citibank, whatever that you have your money with, University of Kentucky Federal Credit Union, Navy Federal, which is amazing, by the way, they are going to be way more willing to give you some coin because you already have your coins with them and they want to keep it that way. Okay, and the more financing that you're doing through them, the better off that they are doing as a company, as a lender, okay, as a financial institution. So second thing to know is time. How long does the process to find a lender really take? Minutes. Trust me when I say they're on standby. They do this every day. Remember that. Ain't no way that it take them hours or even days to contact companies that they work with every single day. It's impossible. Okay? Why do they make you wait? A lot of people go to a dealership and they wonder, like, what's going on? Like, why I'm here all day? They want me to come back the next day and all this other kind of stuff. Let me tell you why. They make you wait to create negative emotions that can make people impulse buy. Emotions like impatience, worry, doubt, fear, hopelessness are all things that someone can feel when they think they may not be approved, when they think that things are not going to work out in their favor. Is all negative emotions that they're trying to build. Once people are feeling these emotions, they are more willing to accept less than what they should, less than what they deserve, in order to have a vehicle more quickly. The time creates more urgency, especially if it's your only or primary means of transportation. They know you got to get to work. They know you got to pick them kids up. They know you got stuff to do that you're missing out on because of you not having a vehicle. Especially if you've made them privy to that this is your only means of transportation. Sometimes we go in and we be talking too much. You don't got to tell them people all that. Listen, I want a car. This is my credit. I came with my own money. Let's go. And even if you didn't come with your own financing, let's say you didn't, don't disclose so many different things, because they will definitely use that against you. Okay, so credit. How is your credit affected? When a dealership runs your credit, at least 5 to 10 lenders are contacted. Okay, it might be 5, it might be 6, it might be 10, hell, it might be 15 or 20. You don't know. While an individual credit check doesn't account for a lot on your score, it only accounts for like a few percent. And I'm going to break that down as well in another video. As a matter of fact, if you bank with Chase or any financial institution that gives you a credit score, or they work with Experian or TransUnion and gives you a credit breakdown, scroll on down to the bottom of that, and it probably will give you a breakdown of how your credit is being calculated right there. Okay. So when your individual credit, it doesn't, an individual credit check, doesn't account for a lot, but checks from several institutions can add up. Okay. So you can dispute this on your credit because of the fact that you don't know how many of these lenders that they sent this out to. You don't know that they sent this beacon of light out to 20 different people, according to you. For you, you know that they're supposed to be looking at 1, maybe even 2. But all these other people you don't know about. So you actually can dispute that on your credit report, okay? You can dispute most types of credit checks on your credit report if you can say or state or prove that you did not authorize that. And if that entity does not have any proof of you signing off on something and authorize them to check your credit, guess what? You just won that, okay? But going back to this, you need to bring your own financing, because with your own financing, they don't even have to do a credit check because the money's already there since you brought it. Now just pick out your vehicle, okay? Now the last thing about how to buy a car, financing and auto loans, explain, is the biggest thing that people always want to know. Biggest thing that I wanted to know in my researching of this. And I had a very in-depth conversation with my friend that sells cars to break this down for me, because I've heard different things about it. And the first thing I had heard that really piqued my interest was that down payments are illegal. However, that's not entirely true. So let me break that down. A legal down payment takes place, like, let's say you want a $20,000 car, but the bank is only willing to finance $18,000 or $15,000 or whatever. Normally it's gonna be closer to the amount of what you're trying to finance, okay? Because they got it. They just, depending on what your credit score is, they might not know if you got it. So if your credit score is over 620, definitely over 650, most of the time, especially if you can show that you have employment, you've been on your job 6 months or more, a bank is going to go ahead and finance that because they know that you're able to make those payments. So, but let's say your credit score is a little lower, or let's say that the bank that they're using, or whatever financial institution, if you have not brought your own financing, let's say they're only willing to cover $18,000. So then you'll have that $2,000 down payment. That $2K is covering the difference of the amount that the vehicle costs versus what the bank will finance, as I just explained. Normally, this only is going to happen if you have a low credit score under 620. If your credit is high, there should not ever be a down payment. If you got a 650, 680, 640, 670, 700 plus whatever credit score, and they trying to tell you, oh, we need you to pay $1,500 down, $2,000 down, they lying. Period, point blank. It's a lie. All right? Down payment is only illegal in this respect right here. If the dealership is trying to pass on the bank fees, sometimes the bank charges the dealership a fee for doing a transaction. Kind of like when we do a balance transfer and there's a fee for that transaction. Not exactly the same thing, but it's a fee nonetheless. Follow me here. So the down payment is illegal if they're trying to pass on those bank fees that they are supposed to pay and trying to charge it to you. So let's say they've told you, oh, you need such and such down, or you don't have to pay anything down. And then all of a sudden they come back and say, well, we need about $1,000. They lying. Most of the time when it comes to that and they come back with something different, it's not true. The only way for you to know for sure if this illegal practice is happening to you is if you ask to see the bank approval paperwork. And the bank approval paperwork will have on there if there is a bank fee. And if you see anything about a bank fee, that is supposed to be assessed to the dealership, not to you. Okay? So I just broke down how to buy a car, financing, auto loans, and down payments explained. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here so y'all can see this. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. My Mac about to die on me. I got clothes on my chair. Don't pay that no attention. Pay attention to the information, okay? Pay attention to the information. And make sure you get my ebook when they come out. I already have an ebook about credit, the good credit ebook. Basically steps that you can take, very simple steps in order for you to get and keep good credit to begin with. That link is in my bio information, linktr.ee/ChristineNicoleCopeland. Or you can go directly to my website, stylistbynicole.org, and get it on there as well. Either way, you can get that. It will be available on Amazon pretty soon, on Kindle, and as a paperback. I'm going to expand the edition of it, but right now you can get those steps, and it's a very simple book. It's like a couple pages long, very concise, to the point. I don't write real long books. I don't do all that because you don't need all that jargon. You need it broken down in very simple terms so that you can understand and apply it to your life. All right? I hope you learned something. Like and subscribe for more free game.